Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Speaker, I rise today in support of my amendment, H.R. 3638, which adds essential language to address the threat posed by foreign entities of concern seeking to disrupt supply chains and undermine United States leadership in artificial intelligence development. The United States is in a race with the Chinese Communist Party to be the global leader in the development and deployment of artificial intelligence. Maintaining that leadership requires vigilance against supply chain vulnerabilities that foreign adversaries can exploit. Our nation has already faced significant challenges in scale and artificial intelligence infrastructure. We cannot allow foreign manipulation or interference to add to these challenges. Disruptions of the artificial intelligence supply chain will not just weaken our country in our race against China, but will have a significant negative impact on our economy, our ability to defend ourselves, and our capacity to innovate. This amendment recognizes that protecting the artificial intelligence supply chain is both a defensive measure and a strategic investment in our infrastructure. Establishing periodic assessments of vulnerabilities in the artificial intelligence supply chain that foreign entities of concern could exploit help ensure our country maintain stable access to necessary components, boosting domestic manufacturing and innovation. To remain at the forefront of the next generation technology, we must thoroughly assess and protect our supply chain. Any disruption threatens not only our progress, but also our national security, our economic strength, and our global position in the artificial intelligence race. This amendment strengthens our ability to safeguard America's advancement in artificial intelligence by ensuring we identify, monitor, and address vulnerabilities that foreign adversaries could exploit to the detriment of our national interest. It reinforces our commitment to securing the technologies that will define the next century and ensure the United States remains the world leader in artificial intelligence. This is a common sense idea, and I encourage my colleagues to support the amendment. I reserve the balance of my time.
Gentleman reserves. For what purpose does the gentleman from New Jersey, Mr. Pallone, seek recognition?
Mr. Chairman, I rise to claim time in opposition to the amendment, although I do not oppose it.
Without objection, gentleman is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. While I have grave concerns about the Department of Energy's ability to carry out and execute on the studies and reports required by this bill, if we are going to ask them to do those studies, then I think this addition is harmless. I would point out that while the gentleman's amendment focuses explicitly on efforts by foreign entities of concern to exploit supply chain disruptions to undermine our leadership in the field of AI, I am concerned about any effort by foreign entities of concern to exploit energy supply chain disruptions. And that's why I have been dismayed at the fact that President Trump and the Republican Party have totally dismantled the infrastructure that we've built up to strengthen our energy supply chains. The reality is that there are more threats to our energy supply chains today than there were a year ago because of the big ugly bill and the sledgehammer that DOGE and Secretary Wright took to the Department of Energy. And that is a large reason why I oppose the overall bill. But this amendment isn't about that, and while I still oppose the underlying bill, I do not oppose the amendment, even though I think it's too narrow. So with that, I yield back, Mr. Chairman, the balance of my time.
Yields. Gentleman from Virginia is recognized.
Sure. Mr. Chairman, talking about DOGE is thinly veiled attempt to score political points by changing the topic of the conversation from this amendment, which protects our national security from foreign entities of concern, and turning it into something political. The previous actions of DOGE do not bear any weight or relevance to this amendment. The Department of Energy is adequately staffed by very bright, talented individuals who have the capacity to monitor vulnerabilities in our supply chain that the Communist Party of China or other foreign adversaries could exploit to halt our progress in the artificial intelligence sphere. This amendment is not political, it's common sense. Disruptions by foreign entities of concern to our supply chain threaten our national security, which is a cause of concern for all Americans, regardless of their political affiliation. And I reserve the balance of my time.
The gentleman has no more time remaining. Has the only time remaining.
He's close. You can yield back.
Does the gentleman yield back?
Can I close?
You can close, yeah.
Okay.
Gentleman from Virginia is recognized.
Mr. Chairman, how much time do I have left?
Gentleman has 2 minutes remaining.
Okay. In closing, Mr. Chairman, this is a common sense amendment. The United States is in a race with the Chinese Communist Party to be the global leader in the development and deployment of artificial intelligence and other capabilities such as quantum computing. Any vulnerabilities in our supply chain that our adversaries can exploit not only threatens our global standing in the artificial intelligence space, but it also threatens our national security. This amendment protects all Americans from a significant and growing threat. And I again encourage adoption of this amendment. And with that, Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
Gentleman yields. The question is on the amendment offered